Traffic engineers do not always know what they are doing. If you're an orientation and mobility specialist like me, you're like, yes, amen. But if not, don't worry, stay tuned, because if you know somebody who has a visual or sensory impairment and you're noticing something in the environment that's not okay, I'm going to walk you through how to advocate for that person so that way you can make change on the local, state, or even international level. If you are interested in that kind of topic, do not leave because I've got you. Welcome back to the channel where I now have a fancy new microphone that I love. Sorry about the audio and the old ones. I'm Cassie Maloney. I'm an orientation and mobility specialist and the founder of Allied Independence. We provide 21st century teaching techniques so that people with visual impairments can move more independently, faster, and easier, and that the people who care about them can be more impactful and less burnt out. Listen. Traffic engineering cannot be easy. And if you are a traffic engineer, I'm specifically talking to you. Kudos to you, because I do not fully understand what you do. What I understand is what my learners and my students cannot do, because people with visual impairments in total are maybe 2 to 3% of the population, not that many. And so what ends up happening is overall, everywhere they go, they get overlooked, and it irritates the out of me. I hate the fact that I even have to make a video about how to advocate for their needs to get met. It should be done immediately as things are getting planned out. And granted, I understand that people with visual impairments are not a big portion of the population, and I understand that they are so individualized and that their needs are so individualized. I get that. But what I don't get is why it's a consistent battle. And if you're anything like me, you've also had those battles. And so I'm pulling from information that I've gotten from Joanne Chalom and Meg Robertson from the 2023 and 2024 Orientation and Mobility Online Symposiums, where they taught us exactly how to advocate for our learners so that way we can have better environmental accessibility. Now, what I've done is I've taken both of their sets of information and I've compared them. They have a lot of the same things, and then I'm using the levels that Joanne talks about in her presentations. So if you know Joanne, or if she's doing a presentation near you, please go check hers out. This is going to be a lot of her information as well as Meg Robertson's information. Now, the biggest thing that they say, number one, let's start at the ground floor level of this with ourselves. If we want to be better advocates, we need to understand what the rules are. The American Disabilities Act, ADA, has laws set in place, and it specifically says that new construction needs to have XYZ. Right? However, the manual on uniform traffic control devices, that manual, that's like the holy grail for traffic engineers when they're figuring out the intersections. Now, they follow that as new intersections are being developed. That specific document is the should, Meg says, the should. ADA is the shall. It has to happen. But do we have to go back and retrofit every single intersection and every single device? No. So what you end up seeing after a while is some things are retrofitted to be more compliant. Some things are not because it's not time for them to be, or because there's no budget, or because the traffic engineers in the city have not been made aware of what they need to do. So we as consumers and as orientation and mobility specialists, or people who just care about people with visual impairments, we can really just take a few minutes and read those documents to see what is supposed to actually be happening. That's at this level. For the next level, we're looking at local. Who can help us in our local community? We have city traffic engineers. You also have pedestrian groups that you can join. And you might have a 311 either phone or app. Now, when I was looking for 311 in the App Store, I just saw big cities. So you might only have the phone number that you can call, but typically you can call 311 and make a formal complaint. And then Meg suggests actually getting in touch with traffic engineers in your city so that when you do make that complaint, that serves as your paper trail and you can actually call the people to make it happen. What's interesting about this that I've been learning is that it's not just about what you know, but who you know, as with anything, right? And so at the local level, getting involved with the local groups, or maybe even going to city planning meetings and attending things in person can help bring your perspective a long way. And now the next level is to go up to the state level, and you can advocate to the state bicycle and pedestrian coordinator. There should be one in every state. Or you can also find your learner's representative and contact them. Again, it's not just what you know, but who you know. And these people are the people that might be able to make things roll in if you are having a hard time at the local level. Now, for the next level, we want to go national, federal. Oh my gosh, what do we do? All right, for this level, I suggest, and so do Meg and Joanne, going to traffic engineer conferences and getting involved and meeting the people that attend those things. If you really want to make a big difference in this area, the world is your oyster, my friend. There are so many different ways that you can get involved in any of the parallel professions that do almost the same thing, that work with intersections, and we need those people. We can't keep working in silos. There are a few different ways you can get involved at the federal level. You can get in touch with the Vision Zero network, which aims to have 0 pedestrian deaths at intersections. You can also get in touch with the Federal Highway Administration. They are in charge of local transportation groups. And then there are other things like America Walks and other federal organizations that you can get involved with as well. You don't just have to stop at the local level, which is so cool. You can get involved further and further and further and higher up as you go and make even more impact. Now, the biggest tip that I will have, honestly, is just to get that 311 app on your phone. It makes things so easy just to make a complaint, and then you can follow up from there. But sometimes we just need to know, what do I do right now, Cass? What do I do right now? That is what you do right now. Just get the app on your phone or put the number in your phone and start to take pictures of things that you see in the environment that need to be fixed. Walk the walk, take the steps. We're here with you all along the way. If you like this information, like this video, please always subscribe to us. We drop videos every Tuesday. We really want to help get you the information that you need to be the most successful orientation and mobility specialist or teacher working with people with visual impairments, so that way you can also lead a really happy, healthy, productive life outside of the workday, and your friends with visual impairments can move and be more independent, faster, safer, easier, all that jazz. We will see you in the next video.